苦くてなかなか喉を通らない。それでも飲み込んでみせるさ、まだ道半ば。同じ鉄また踏まないために、あの日より強くなるしかない。キノコを振り払い近づいてく確信、諦めはしない、あがいてみせる。この世界ルール打ち壊すまで。出陣勝ち時明け、もう迷うことなかね。新たな力が俺のこと試そうとしていたって。高く旗を掲げ、大きな声叫べ。ネクストレベルにたどり着く道の強さこの手に。Rise up your
Oh hey, I'm Dyna Buster and welcome to Dynamic Revolution, where I do what I do best and as a review tons of shit. You know, there are a lot of directors in Hollywood, but none can relate to the mastermind himself, Steven Spielberg. What can I say about this guy that hasn't been said? This guy is a legend. He's best known for many blockbuster films like Jaws, The Goonies, Indiana Jones, and E.T. But I'm here to look at one of his overlooked films, which of course I am talking about The Adventures of Tintin. Based on the comic series that started in the late 1920s, made by Belgian cartoonist Hergé, this was actually Spielberg's first film made in motion capture. Thankfully, it was a huge success at the box office, and I can practically say it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but I'm here to tell you why. So, let's discover fascinating treasures in The Adventures of Tintin, or in the UK, The Adventures of Tintin, Secret of the Unicorn. We start the movie off as we are introduced to our main character, Tintin, played by Jimmy Bell, and his pet dog Snowy, as they are in a flea market and notice a model of the sacred ship, named the Unicorn.
Triple-masted? Double decks? 50 guns? Isn't she a beauty?
That's a very unique specimen, that is, from an old sea captain's estate.
The unicorn.
A strange man appears and tries to buy the model, but Tintin refuses.
I'm warning you. Get rid of the boat and get out while you still can. These people do not play nice.
What people?
Wonderful. It's just wonderful.
This is Sakharine, played by Daniel Craig. But come on, it's so obvious that this guy is the villain. I mean, look at him. Don't believe me? Look at the grin he makes when Tintin leaves. See what I mean? Because I'm sure he's a nice guy. Next thing they'll tell me, he's a Care Bears fan of all things. After a mishap with a cat, the model accidentally falls over and breaks its mast. To search more about it, Tintin and Snowy venture to the library to learn more about the ship.
When Sir Francis was rescued and returned home, he was convinced his name had been cursed. The Unicorn's manifest stated that it was carrying a cargo of rum and tobacco bound for Europe, but it was long claimed the ship was carrying a secret cargo. What was the ship carrying, Snowy?
I don't know. Hose, booze, the looping collection. I mean, what else could it be? It's not like it's gonna be gold of all things. He returns home to find out that the model has been stolen, so he investigates Marlin Spike Hall and finds it, but is suddenly knocked out by the butler, Nestor, who I swear to God looks like the love child of Alfredy, Pennyworth, and Droopy Dog. After regaining consciousness, he finds out that the ship he found wasn't the one he had, but only an exact replica of it. Not only, there is more to this story than meets the eye. Going back home, he finds that his apartment has been ransacked, but he finds the piece that was in the mask from earlier, finding a scroll inside.
Three brothers joined, 3 unicorns in company. Sailing in the noonday sun will speak, for 'tis from the light that light will dawn, and then shines forth the eagle's cross. What are these markings? Some kind of secret language or code?
The man from earlier comes back and tries to warn him, but is quickly gunned down.
Mr. Spence!
again.
Call an ambulance!
It's just so funny how she took that. I mean, what? How many other guys got killed on their doorstep? A dozen? After a run-in with Tweedledee and Tweedledum here and some pickpocket nonsense, Tintin ends up getting captured and brought to a ship known as the Caraboujon.
Have you found it?
He doesn't have it.
It's not on him, boss. It's not here. Not here? Then where is it?
Where's what?
Oh, I am tired of your games.
The scroll from the unicorn.
A piece of paper like this.
You mean the poem?
Yes.
The poem written in Old English.
Yes.
Was inside a cylinder,
Yes.
concealed in the mast.
Yes.
I don't have it.
You know the value of that scroll. Why else would you take it?
2 ships. 2 scrolls, both part of a puzzle. You have one. You need the other. But that's not it. There's something else.
I will find it. With or without your help. You need to think about exactly how useful you are to me.
Luckily, Snowy got onto the ship and helps Tintin free. Noticing a weird noise outside the ship, they escape to the room above and meet the captain of the ship, Archibald Haddock, played by Andy Serkis, where the two then attempt to escape.
And Tintin, by the way.
Haddock. Archibald Haddock. There's a longboat up on deck. Follow me.
Hang on a second. Did you say Haddock?
No, actually he meant to say Harvey. He's actually Steve Harvey's third cousin, but only by marriage. They eventually escape the ship and head to Vagar, where Sakharine is heading to steal the third model of the ship. The reason why is unknown, but only Haddock can figure it out. Sadly, he doesn't remember anything about the story of his ancestor, Sir Francis Haddock.
I don't remember anything about anything.
But you must know about your ancestors. Sir Francis, it's your family legacy.
My memory is not what it used to be.
Well, what did it used to be?
I've forgotten.
They end up being found by a plane sent from the Caraboujon, but they gun it down and claim it for themselves, flying to Vagar, but not before going through a thunderstorm and crashing to a sand dune. The intense heat of the desert makes Haddock remember the story of the unicorn, but forgets it halfway after telling it and blacks out. They get rescued by the military, and after getting another dose of alcohol, Haddock remembers the rest of the story, hence reenacting it, realizing Sakharine's motive.
Sakharine? Why?
He's Red Rackham's descendant. He means to finish it.
That's why he did it.
Did what?
Sank his own ship. Sir Francis sent that treasure to the bottom of the sea. He would be damned before he let Red Rackham have it.
Heading to Vagar, they find out what the Milanese nightingale is, which is a part of Sakharine's plan.
What a dish.
Yes, indeed, I do agree that is a sight for sore eyes, if I do say so myself. Actually, the Milanese nightingale is an opera singer named Bianca Screw it, I'm just calling her Bianca. Nobody cares! God! God! Stop it! Her voice knows no bounds. Sakharine's plan works as the glass around the box breaks and retrieves the third scroll, leading to one of the greatest chase scenes in cinematic history, but you gotta see it for yourself. Eventually, Sakharine gets all 3 of the scrolls, which bums our main hero, but Haddock has this to say.
Failed. There are plenty of others willing to call you a failure. A fool. A loser. A hopeless souse. Don't you ever say it of yourself. You send out the wrong signal. That is what people pick up. Do you understand? You care about something, you fight for it. You hit a wall, you push through it. There's something you need to know about failure, Tintin. You can never let it defeat you.
In other words, never give up. What? That's practically what he's saying. They round up and catch Sakharine, but he still has a trick up his sleeve, which leads to an awesome crane fight, but it weathers down to a good old one-on-one sword fight. They eventually get the scrolls, and Sakharine is arrested.
Do you see? Those three particles, their coordinates.
It took all 3 scrolls to form the numbers.
Latitude and longitude. That is it. That's the location of the treasure.
The coordinates end up leading back to Marlin Spike Hall, and they find the treasure, but...
It's not ended. Sir Francis left another clue at the bottom of the globe.
Clue to what?
400 weight of gold. Just lying at the bottom of the sea. How's your thirst for adventure, Captain?
Unquenchable. Tintin.
And that was the Adventures of Tintin. Now time for analyzation time. The animation. Since this is a motion capture film, the animation in this movie is at a grade A level. It's created in a way where it makes it look so real, especially when it comes to the characters. Hell, it practically makes them look human and cartoonish at the same time. The Secret of the Unicorn. This side story was built up big time. It starts off as a big mystery to what happened on this travesty, but when they reveal what actually happened, it's executed in a fascinating way, putting impressive action in it, and Sir Francis himself made it work since it was revolved around him. This is practically a story that the Bowkenders will get involved in. It's that good. The characters. Now, I have to say, the only ones who were interesting were Haddock and Sakharine. Since Haddock first starts out as a wimp who's afraid to take risks, but when realizing the story, he becomes more bold. Sakharine also has an interesting character as well, where he becomes devoted to the feud between his and Haddock's ancestors and wants to emerge victorious. Our final grade for this movie? 95%. Wow, I'm on a streak here. This movie did well in theaters, and it shows. Sadly, it doesn't get as much attention as Spielberg's other work of art, but hell, it's the first anime movie not from Pixar to win an Oscar, so it got that down. It's a great movie that executes adventure and mystery at the same time, and that's what makes it more fun to watch. So, hope you liked the episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, man. Well, I'm Dyna Buster. Next time, I hope you have a passion for fashion, because I sure the hell don't. Later.